Welcome to the fourth video in my DFIR series. In this video I will show you how to use the command line tool event ecmd by Examiner to look at event logs. The great thing about this tool is that it uses map files to convert the event data to a more standardized format. If you want to see more information, the best thing to do is actually go into the actual Readme, which, if you've been following my other videos, will be in. Is going to be in downloads. So I'm going to go to downloads. I'm actually going to go to Zimmerman tools. Then we go to event CMD, which is this one here. And then if we go to maps, to the README file here that you can actually read. Because you can actually create your own map files for different event logs. But the purpose of these videos is kind of just get you going with all these tools. It's not really an in-depth view. There is a YouTube video that I saw that does go a little bit more in-depth, and if I can find the link, I'll put it in the I'll actually put a link, because I was watching that video and that kind of gave me some ideas for this actual video. So the first thing we're going to do is, if you've noticed, I've already opened up a PowerShell as an admin, and that's actually going to be the command that we're going to use, because I already have tested this out. Okay, so what I'll need to do is actually need to get into the correct folder. So I'm just going to do it this way. I know this is a slow way, but it kind of just shows you exactly how to go about doing it. Also, what I'm going to do is, because this tool can output things in CSV format, XML format, and JSON format, we're actually going to be outputting it in CSV, because that's the most common format for this type of stuff. And also, using another Zimmerman tool called Timeline Explorer, we will be able to actually look at that CSV and well, I'll show you later on what we can actually do with it, because Timeline Explorer is actually a very powerful tool. So we need to go into downloads and CD into Zimmerman. No, I didn't spell right. Okay, Zimmerman tools, then CD into EX. What was it then? EX here it was. Okay, I can't remember what it is, but just a quick DIR. EVT, that's it. So CD, EV. Let's get us there. That's where we want to go. So now, we have the command already there as I showed you before, so I'm just going to go back up and I will, there we go. So this is what it's going to do. This is the directory. So see Windows, System32, WinEvent /logs. This is actually here. This is actually where all log data is. So there are a lot of logs. I believe back in the days of XP there was only like 3 logs, but there's like a lot of logs in here. So that's where you get me all the log information. So we'll just minimize that. This here, the event evtx ecmd.exe-d, that tells you the directory, because sometimes you might have the event logs might be in a different directory. So that's actually telling the command that's where the event log is located. It's telling us that we want to output it as a CSV, and then this is actually where we're going to output it. But it's also saying that it's going to be like a CSV file. As far as I remember, that's what it says. But you can double check all this by looking at Readme. But as I said, the purpose of these videos are really just to get you hitting the ground running. You can always just read up on these things later on. So I'll leave it as a event log too. Doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do is I'll just hit enter. And this shouldn't take too long. It might take a minute maybe. So okay, so it's just going through. It's basically going through, looking at all those maps and kind of doing its thing. But for our purposes, we just have to just wait. Like I said, if you go into the README, you can read up a lot more about it. And there's even a video, if I can find it, I'll put the link into it. That goes into more depth. And I did get a couple of ideas from that video, so it's just taking, it shouldn't take that long, because this is basically a clean version of Windows 7. Near enough anyway. But we still will be able to see some stuff. Okay, so it's finished. So what we are going to do is, that's our CSV file. Now if you have Excel, you could open it up in Excel and view it no problem. I don't have Excel installed on this machine, but what I do have is, we go back here into Zoom on Tools, we've got Timeline Explorer. I think it's in here, yeah, Timeline Explorer. So we will use this program to actually look at it. So click on Timeline Explorer. And what we need to do is go to File, Open, and ours on desktop, so we're already there. Okay, so we click on Open. It'll take a moment or two to load. And once it's loaded, I'll just show you how powerful Timeline Explorer actually is. As you can see, it actually recognized that I've been doing this before, so I wasn't actually expecting that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of these all. Just I didn't realize it would actually kind of do that. So anyway, so as you can see here, kind of standard kind of like Excel kind of layout. You have your headers here, then you have your columns and rows. So the column that we're looking for is going to be, I think it's here. If not, we'll have to go for it. Okay, so the column we're looking for, if we go to, I think it's Tools, and you need to go to, some of the tools. oh, that's what I have to do. Sorry, it's not in there. I have to right click, I think, anywhere here. And then we will go to column chooser. So the column that we want is this map description. So I'm just going to move it here. I can put it anywhere, but what I want to do is just stick it there. We'll also put this one in too. Stick that one in too. So I didn't realize I'd have to do this. I didn't actually realize that it kind of remembered what I was doing when I was practicing. So I'll stick all the columns in. Probably won't need them. Okay, so what we'll do now is this map description is, if you scroll down here, you will see it kind of tells you, it kind of describes what's going on. So for example, installer started, stuff like that. So the great thing about this tool here at Timeline Explorer, it is very easy to sort and filter different things. All you need to do is go up here, grab your header, then just drag it up, well, drag the column, and then just drag it here to group by that column. So we're going to group by map. So as you can see, we've got our map description, so we can see like maybe a program was installed, and that will tell us the date, the time created, the provider. There is a lot of information there. But what I'm interested in here is, let's go, what was I looking for? What I kind of wanted to show here is, find it. I think it's I think it was, if I remember right, I think it was skillable information. I think that was what I had. Let's see. Okay, and then what I want is, I think, what I'm looking for is, it's event ID. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, it was event ID. So let's just event ID in there and see what that does what I want to do. So what I'm looking for is, device installation. So let's see, just okay, so that gives you the event. That's, yeah. So as you can see here, this is telling me a device installation. So there is also one here. Like, you can already see how powerful Timeline Explorer is. There's one here for, there we go. For, here we go, USB connection. That's what we want. Okay. So if we go in here, go to the information, and then we see the event ID is 10006. That means that it was inserted or removal or removed. And what we have here is we can get the model of the, we can actually get the model. And as I'm using a virtual machine. Most of it's going to be virtual hard drives. And we can get the name of the computer, user ID, username, remote host. We don't need that. You can see this payload 2 data is the capacity. So it actually tells you the capacity. So I remember somebody telling me once that when its capacity is 0, that means that actually was removed. So I think you probably could go in there and rename that. I'm not sure. Can you? Let's see. I don't know if you can actually rename this here. You might be able to, because this is not something that I played around with. But anyway, if you're doing an investigation, you could always just come in here and here we go. Yeah. So yeah, if you do an investigation, you can just come in here and you can see the information. So there is a lot of information here that you can actually kind of get. So yeah, so that's how you would go about reading the event. The event logs in Windows, and also how to look at them using Timeline Explorer. So I would just probably recommend just playing around with it a bit. That's the best way to learn, is to play. Like that event ID here is telling me that 700 means that it was a user logon. So we can see how many times a user logged on. So that means we could also probably, if we want to find out the username, we could go back here and find username. Where are we going? Let's go for username, and we will just pop that there too. So we go back here to our user logon. There we go. So we have the event ID for logon. I'm going to username. It's probably okay. So let's see if it's using the IE. Windows IE. No, it does not. But anyway, like I said, you can see how powerful this Timeline Explorer is. It's very easy to group by things. So at the moment I'm just playing around with it, but yeah. We'll also be using Timeline Explorer in, I think, the MFT video when we get around to looking at the MFT. So I know this video has been quite a short video, but it has been a very interesting video. Well, I think it is, and I hope you did too. And if you do, please give it a like and a thumbs up. And comment or anything like that. So in the next video, we're actually going to go and look at registry hives, which is actually very interesting, because some malware, what they do is they actually put their shellcode into the registry hives. I know for a fact one family of malware is called Rootkit. It actually does that. It actually puts the malware into a registry hive. That's where the actual shellcode is, and Well, I won't show you how to extract it or anything like that, because that's a little bit more complex. There's other people out there that know how to do that. What you can do, you would see the actual shellcode in the registry hive, and then you can actually, I think you can copy it, and then there are tools out there that will actually you can put the shellcode into it, and it'll actually give you out your incidents of compromise or IOCs. Usually, are kind of like web. They usually stuff like URLs and stuff like that. Maybe a C2 command and control URL. Um, but yeah, but that's for the next video. So I'm going to leave it at that. And like I said before, if you like this video, please give it a like and a thumbs up. And I will see you in the next video.